Hello, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Scorpio, this is your monthly read for March. And I know I am 11 days into the month, but we still have about 3 weeks left of March. So there's a whole lot of March left. You can look at it as mid-March until mid-April if you want to. Because when I do these readings, they tend to be like 4 to 6 weeks into the future. So even though I say it's March, it's probably a little bit longer, okay? I've dealt with a lot of stuff in my life lately. My oldest son has had surgery. If you haven't seen I'm Done, you can go watch that video. It's all about it. And yeah, that's the reason I've been a little bit absent, and I will be a little bit absent in the future because sort of now the journey begins. But I'm not going to keep you into that. If you're not interested in that, that's not what you're here for. Excuse me. Let's just then jump into your read. I'm so sorry. What do we have for Scorpio for the month of March, give or take? 4 to 6 weeks into the future, please. What do we have for Scorpio? What is going on? And I think, Scorpio, you will feel that the month of March, if it has been a bit stagnant in the past, like December, January, even February, I think that January lighten the mood a lot. But then come around to March, I feel like there's a lot of things being lifted. Like the energy is getting cleared. We have Eight of Gabriel, a great deal of activity. So we just talked about that. There's going to be a great deal of activity in the month of March. Wow, the Chariot card. We have 7 and 8, so there's a process going on as we speak. You want one more card here, please. You're also going to see at the very end what the angels want to bring to you. Scorpio for the month of March, please. There you go. You're being shown a new, it might be a heavy workload. You might have been under some stress and under a heavy workload. Like there's a lot of things on your plate, but you're being shown a new path as we speak. It's a completion there. And we want to clarify these. I just want to take a moment and say thank you so much for your likes and subscribes and also your donations. I see your donations there, even though I don't have the time to answer you all. I highly, highly appreciate it. It has helped the channel so much move in the direction, and therefore it helps me to move in the direction that I want. Can we clarify Eight of Gabriel here, please? Yes, we can. Darkest fears. Interesting. The Chariot. The Chariot. And the middle point. What do we have there, please? So we now have 7, 8, 9, and 10 on the table. So there is a beautiful process that is going on. So please trust the process. We have Find Balance. Darkest Fears, number 9. Find Balance, number 2, which is the Wheel. And 10 of Gabriel, please. 10 of Gabriel. The Magician. The Magician. The Magician. Manifest with being shown a new path. Okay. Okay, interesting energy there. It's like you have almost been so on overload. It has, either you come into a breakdown or a breakthrough. And I think that this is a breakthrough for you, Scorpio. So the month of March is a breakthrough. But the breakthrough it's like the diamond story, right? You create the diamond because of the pressure. Like when you pressure a stone, like you put enough pressure on it, that's how you create a diamond. So you're the diamond here, Scorpio. You're turning into a diamond because of the pressure. You're turning into the Magician. There are things that you are sorting out, figuring out, understanding, taking into the next level because you are under pressure. You might be overwhelmed of what has been going on in your life. We're going to get to that. Eight of Gabriel. This is what I said. I feel like there's a big movement happening in the month of March, and it's not just for you, Scorpio. It's for a lot of, it's like almost a collective. We have a lot of birds there. They can speak about new messages, new like guidance coming in, really leading the way. I just feel like you're sort of going with it, going with the flow, going with the guidance. It's an activity card. So it's like, it's about going, it's about not working against a stream. It's not about working against the flow. So if some opportunities come in, if you're being offered something, you're being shown a new path, there's some opportunity knocking at your door, this is not the time to say no. But we have your darkest fears here, so that there's something that you're clearing out. There's something in the movement forward in the month of March. The movement forward will bring up some fears. It might, if you want to look at it the other way around, you might have had some fears that you're now attracting certain things so that you can clear out those fears. Does that make sense? It can work. It can feel like it works both ways. You might not even be aware that those fears were active. Like, it's really easy to cruise on by in life as long as you're not sort of faced with something, because as long as you're not faced with it, you might not even realize what you have active inside of you. So whether this is like something that you're aware of or something that you're unaware of, you might attract certain things in your life right now. And I don't want to scare anyone. This is a good thing. Like, we had the Chariot and the Wheel coming out after that. So this is a situation that either you will feel right now that you're being called in a new direction. You're being put in a new situation. Like, just the other day, I was having this healing with this woman, and she had big issues with her hip. And usually, not always, but usually, the hip represents fear of moving forward, or a fear that there's nothing to move forward to. Like, the future is no fun, or there's so much going on, and it's a fear or worry to sort of catch up with it, or having the feeling or having the sense that there's so much on the plate, but you can't really see how it's going to pan out. That can create a lot of like stagnation of movement forward, so that you will actually place it in your hip. You will start to feel it in your bones. And what we talked about, and just saying that, just me saying that to her, and she was like, oh my God, yes, that is completely true. Is completely, and sometimes it's enough to just hear something to like put two and two together. Like, oh my God, is that why I have hip problems? Because I'm so afraid of like what's going to happen as I move forward, that it's easier to sort of take the simple road and stay put. Not thinking that you're staying put. You might think that you're putting one foot in front of the other and moving forward, but you are not really. You're just doing the same thing over and over again. Maybe different faces, different names, different location, but it's the same energy. And so that your mind might have played tricks on you a little bit. So that is a fear to move forward. So is asking you, it's let's just do another card on this. It's asking you to not be afraid to move forward. Like, these are things that are ready to be resolved. It's not something that's protecting you. Like, I have this fear, so I better not do this. This is a moment where it's ready to be resolved. And whether you want to go into, like, do a hypnosis session to solve something, whether you want to go into healing, whether you just want to bring this to your attention by writing some stuff down on a piece of paper, it can really probably help you. Obstacles and challenges to getting over. Yeah, there's a fear of not getting over to the other side of this. Like, are you going to get stuck here forever? Because there's a lot pulling you in a new direction right now. We already had that. We already said that. Like, being overwhelmed by the workload, being overwhelmed by the things and the stresses of life. But this is you being shown in a different direction. Like, don't go down that path again. Don't go down in the basement. We've been there before. You know how to do that. So wherever you're at, like whether this is in a relationship, a personal relationship, how is it not a personal relationship? I don't know. What is like with a romantic partner, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a situation in a job, whatever new situation this is for you, or just generally in life, it is right now calling you to a new place. You probably are feeling the feeling of being summoned, like you're being called to a new place. And you might be really acutely aware that it's tricky to get over to the other side of this, to get out of your old rut, to get out of your old safe space, to what you've always done. You might be unaware, so that you actually do get out there and you would argue and say, no, I do try new things, and I just met this new person, or I just said yes to this new job, and I am trying new things. It might be the same job, like I said, it might be a new person, different faces, different places, but the same energy. And so, like, just be aware of that a little bit. Like, what is it that you're getting out of right now? Because it wants to be resolved. It's not fear for protection. It will protect you to listen to this fear and stay put. It will stagnate you. And so it's better to go with the calling, because it's then a little bit easier than to be like pushed into the shift. Because then we have the Chariot, which is movement forward. It is you coming into a new place. And it's interesting because I feel this, it's almost like a utopia for you. And like I said, it doesn't really matter if you're feeling like you're out of work, you don't have any prospects, you don't see any clear direction, or if you're like in a completely, like if you're, I don't know, if you're in a work situation where it's like full on work every day, if you have your own business, you're like your own company, and it's what you would consider to be thriving, like there's a lot to do here. There's always a next level. There's always like a comfort zone, like it's time for the next level, no matter where you're at on that scale. And this is about like willpower and persevering. I'm not one to say feel your fears and do it anyway, but this is, I don't think that you feel that you're so, this is what I'm saying. This is not a fear that keeps you safe. This is a fear of getting out of your comfort zone, of the known, of what you've always done. It might be a fear of failure. It might even be a fear of success. I think most of my life, I have not been afraid to fail. And that might be sounding very arrogant. But I've been in enough situations where the wheel keeps turning in the right direction. It picks up pace and speed so quickly in what others would consider to be like success and moving in the right direction, getting what you want. And as soon as it smells victory or smells success, I have pulled out of the situation. I'm so afraid, or have been, I shouldn't say that anymore. I've been so afraid to step into success, because what responsibilities come with that? Like, that's so tough. Like what's demanded of me then? So there's something here. You even have the wheel on your side. Find balance. This is the Wheel of Fortune wanting to move in the right direction. It's starting to pick up pace in the right direction. It's finding balance between not so much, okay, there's a couple of things here, but that's like way too many things to bring into this one reading. But I'm gonna say the one that like stands out the most to me. It's about finding balance in the speed. I said we have 7 and 8, and then we had 7 and 8 and 9, and then all of a sudden we have 7, 8, 9, 10. Do I have a 6? Can I have a 6, please? Because if we do, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like a big process for you. So the balance will be 1 step forward, 2 steps back, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's like a slow and steady wins the race type of thing here. The balance is in how fast you now want, like, do you want to be an overnight success? Or do you want to ease your way into this? And I would say you want to ease yourself into this, because if you wouldn't, you would have already been an overnight success and be comfortable in it. I'm not saying you're not an overnight success. I'm just saying you might have been an overnight success, but really uncomfortable in the speed of it, because we have so many like 7 and 8, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, it's really saying like this is a process for Scorpio to move out of the old and come into the new. And I know it's crazy, right? How we are acting sometimes. Okay, I'm just getting a different thing here as well. Wait, it's interesting how we act sometimes, that like, because the thing that you want to move towards will be beneficial for you, will yield a lot of opportunities, will bring like a happier, more satisfied life. And yet it's something that we sort of have to work towards to make feel comfortable. Isn't that crazy sometimes how that works? I got another thing. What was that? Please can I have back what I heard before? What was just give me a second. I want to have back what was given before. It felt important. What was I saying? I'm not giving it again. What was I saying? I was saying the wheel and move forward. Right. Thank you. The not moving so fast might also have to do with other people involved. So if this would have been just you, if it's just you moving ahead in the speed of I call it overnight success, because it feels like you will come from nothing into everything, or it feels like you will come from unemployment into employment, or you're already at a certain level, but it's going to have like a breakthrough, and it's going to steer you into a direction of like what you would consider to be success. Like, this is successful. If this entails way more workload that you already have had and you might not be up for it, or if this entails more time away from family, more time, does this entail a move? How is this going to affect your immediate surrounding? It's just a feeling here that the reason for if it would have been only you, I don't think we would have seen that much of the process. I think that because you have people around you and your changes, your overnight success, affects others, and others are more okay with a slower pace. And because they're okay with a slower pace, you're okay with a slower pace. I don't mean shut down your light or your shine, or don't hinder your speed to sort of be of service to others. Like, don't hinder yourself. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm just saying, if I were to say, okay, maybe this entails you getting a new job in a different state, even in a different country, in a different town at least. So what does this mean? Should I get this? Should I take this job? I'm just pondering here now. I'm not giving this. I'm just trying to make you understand the energy that I'm feeling. And it's for you like, oh my God, yes, I want to take this job. But then it's like, and then you have 2 kids, or you have 3 kids, you have 1 child, or you have a partner. And it's like, well, my partner is still at this job, so how do we solve this? Or my kids are in school and they really love their school, they have their friends. And I just see this move happening. I see everyone involved being really satisfied at the end of this, but they will need time. And because you see your partner needing time to adjust and transform, or if you see your children or friends, like, so here's some news. What do we think about this? It might be like not the best news to receive on the first day. And because your heart goes out to your family and your friends and your children and your immediate surrounding, whatever works for the whole is what's going to work for you. That's why I'm saying you're not dimming your shine here at all. You're just moving in the speed what fits everyone that you care about. And then, like, you are being shown, like, this is you being formed into a crystal, a diamond. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Like, there's been a lot on your plate. You've had a lot to deal with. And I just think that because you're continuing to do, this is so interesting, because you're continuing to do a lot of things in the old way. It's like my grandmother who kept going, like who even developed an allergy for electricity. That's how opposed she was to the new. That even though we had these electrical whisks, you just plug it in and you whisk your cream that turns into cream, the thicker cream. And she was like, I don't want an electrical whisk. Like, I can do it myself. It's like everything else around you is moving in a different direction, in a new direction. You're even being called there, but then you're living a little bit in the old energy, in the old vibration of yourself, and it becomes really hard. It's like leveling up. It's like having that electrical whisk and you're still a little bit hard-headed, like, I'm gonna do it the old way. Is it hard for you to allow other people in, to have other people help you on the journey, to, yeah, anyway, the what has come out of this is a beautiful thing, because it has pressured you into being this diamond. You haven't been interested so much, Scorpio, in staying. This is like staying in one company and being the best that you can in this one company, but it's only so far that you can go in this company. And then when you know what to do, the schedule, the task, or the whatever your workload is, like, it by now. It's not a challenge anymore. You're not looking to be the best stone that you could ever be. You're looking to turn into that diamond. And I feel like you couldn't turn into that diamond unless you were under this type of pressure. But it's time to let go now. It's time for you to then be that diamond, to be that magician, to now really step into something new. Have that overnight success. But it's because you're in a driver's seat. You're determining how this is going to go down. You're determining the speed. You're determining where you're going to go. This has caused you to move into a completely different space within yourself. Can we just have one more clarifying around this last? Yes, we can. Observe, and one more. I'm going to go into a different deck and just have one more. Ooh. Wow. So I want to show you first. So this is what I said. Like, it's like you've been all these other different versions of yourself, and now you're coming into this diamond. We have the rainbow from up top, and we have like this brewing light from the solar plexus, like really coming to life, stepping into who you truly are now becoming, together with, and this is in Swedish, självtillit, which is, I mean, directly translated, it's self-trust, but I don't think you say self-trust. You say trust in the self, have confidence in yourself, trust your judgment. It's a lot about reclaiming your power and stepping into, like, you got this. You can move forward. You can move into the next phase, into the next level. You have what it takes, or you wouldn't be called there. You wouldn't feel like going, and you wouldn't be called there. Final messages from your angels. What do we have for Scorpio for the month of March, please? And this can be even entering into a new relationship, like a romantic partnership. Take a new job. Take a new job in a different state. Leaving a relationship. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Some final advice, final messages. I'm seeing the You're Ready card. It's a card that's called You're Ready. Like you're just ready for the next level. Let's see if that needs to come out or if we have something different. Get more information. Okay, good. Anytime you feel insecure, if you feel like this is moving too fast, I'm not ready for this, although I hear you're ready. This is everything calling you in a new direction, new path. Go here instead, Scorpio. Lighten the load. You don't have to do so much yourself. You can delegate. All of these things. If you at one stage feel like, I don't know, just get more information. Go and sit in meditation. You know, this is, like I said, this is a process. This is like, and even if it's not you needing more information, give your surrounding more information. Anytime I've in the past felt any type of worry or anxiety or anything, is because I don't know too much about the situation. If I'm supposed to give a talk or do a workshop or like whatever, and it's really nerve-wracking in the beginning, is because I don't have enough information yet. When I do have the information, I put myself in it. It's not that nerve-wracking anymore. And this can be give more information to your surrounding as well. That is what I have for you for the month of March, or 4 to 6 weeks into the future, give or take. Thank you so much for watching, Scorpio. I hope this helped you. Bye.